Hey, what is up, Christian Theology family? So, I'm going to be talking about how you could test your faith as a believer in Jesus. I'm going to be reading it from chapter James chapter 1 verse 2. So, guys, before I get to it, if you find value in my channel, I'm just a guy, just a regular guy, Joel Smo, just allowing God to use me to spread the word of God as we are called to do. As Christians, you're called to evangelize anyhow, any way that you can, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is, in person, it doesn't matter. But if you guys see value in what I'm doing, make sure you hit the subscribe for me. It helps me out. So we're gonna be talking about testing your faith. Testing your faith. How would you go about testing your faith, and how to go about prayers, like praying and actually having faith that your prayer is going to work, that God is going to listen to your prayers. So we're just gonna go straight to the verse, read it, and I'm just gonna break it down so you can understand it. Okay. So it says, so we're in James 1, right? James 1, chapter 2. James chapter 1, verse 2. Okay. So it says testing your faith. So it says, count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given him. But let him ask in faith with no doubting. For the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. So, guys, this verse right here is telling you, let's say you lost your job. Let's say you lost your job, right? Let's say you lost your job. You haven't found a job for 2 weeks. You're praying to God that, God, please allow me to get a job. Allow me to find some sort of income, because this bill is due, the rent is due. I gotta put gas in my car, insurance, whatever it is, car note. You got kids, all that type of stuff. So what this verse is telling you, that you gotta pray. You gotta pray, obviously, right? You gotta pray. But the thing too is, you gotta be bold. You gotta be bold in your prayers, because you know that I've prayed to God, and it might not work in my way that I want it to work. I might not get a job in the next month. I might not get a job in the next week. But I know God is going to put something in place for me to be successful and to be taken care of. So that's how you want to approach your prayers. You want to approach your prayers that, man, it's already done. It's already done. I just gave it to God. I've prayed. I've understood what I need to be understood. So now you got to pray for patience. Pray for patience, that, God, I know that you're going to work in your own way, your mysterious ways, your own time. The theme of the Bible is everything happens gradually, and God is preparing you for the next season that you're coming out of. So if you're coming out of not having a job, your next season might be having a job that pays you 6 figures, 7 figures. Or your next season might be starting a YouTube channel, growing your social media profile, starting a business. That could be your next calling. So the thing is, you gotta pray. You gotta pray, and then just, this is the hardest thing. This, even for me, is hard sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Even for me, it's hard, cause life is gonna hit you. Life is gonna hit you, and you don't know where to turn. But the only way you can turn to is God. So you have to turn to God and just allow Him to work in His own ways. Because without Him, everything is flawed. You're gonna be stressed out. You're gonna be stressed out, and you don't even know where to turn. So guys, please, please, when you pray, have faith. Have faith that it's going to work. But don't be disappointed if it doesn't work in your way, in your favor. You might not get the job that you want, but you've gotten a job that pays enough for you to live, to sustain your life. So just be grateful, and just be grateful, man. Just be grateful that God has gotten you. He's even looking at you. He's even like has seen you. Just be grateful for that. Be grateful in stress. Be grateful in happiness, because that's how God works. He's mysterious. We don't understand Him. I don't understand God. No one understands God the way He works. So again, it says, let him act in faith with no doubting. For the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. For that person must not suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. Read it again. For that person must not suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. Let the lowly brother boast in his exaltation, and the rich in his humiliation. Guys, yeah. Um, Sometimes the your prayer could be a no. It could be a no in the type of season that you're in. So you have to also understand that. How is God telling you no? It's not coming at the time you want, or you got a different. Like, let's say you've lost your job, right? You asked for a different job in a different field or just a different location, but you prayed, and then a job from a field that you don't really like calls you, and if they're offering you a job, that that might be God saying no to whatever you prayed for, whatever job that you prayed for, and then God is giving you this job, and you just have to take it. If, obviously, if it aligns with your goals or whatever it is, then you take it and you move on, because God has answered your prayers in that way. That's it. So, guys, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the sub for me, guys. If you enjoy what I do on here, show some support, like, comment. All right, see you guys on the next one.